Hello, folks. Welcome to the second Lego Talks of Time.
What up?
With my co-creator, Kevin Angus. Kev, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Feeling very dadly today.
Very
Ooh,
dadly.
You're looking fantastic too.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
that
Oh,
is...
I tried very hard.
Look, our guest already just throwing out the love. Thom, welcome. How are you?
I'm magical.
Magical.
Yeah, my Nils. I'm using. I have a 2-camera setup right now so that you can see my Legos when I do it.
He's putting us to shame, folks. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, so I'm using my like shitty webcam for me, and my nice camera is aimed at the Legos for right now.
Oh.
But I just got back from Disney World, actually. I was visiting a friend of mine is down for a conference, and she was like, oh, I'm going to go to Animal Kingdom. Do you want to join? I'm like, oh, twist my arm. So
sounds like a terrible day for you.
Oh, yeah. It was absolutely horrible. I had 3 churros because the Disney churros are amazing. And we got to see some lions and hippopotamuses. Hippopotamuses? I don't know. And
I've heard it both ways.
Yeah. The lions and cheetahs and giraffes. It was fun.
Nice.
Now,
I watched
this is a dad question
poop.
for you. Ooh.
Shoot.
A dadly question for you. Was it the perfect weather for Disney World, aka overcast?
No, it was hot as... Can I curse? Am I allowed to curse?
That's up to Kev. It goes out in his audio.
Kev?
Yeah, you're good.
It was hot as fuck. It was like a sauna in right now. Oh, Beth, what up, Beth?
Did you have a nice hat though? Keep yourself like shaded. Good.
Yes, I did get a decent tan. You can't tell right now because my sun is on, but I got a decent tan.
I love that. Well, for people that didn't manage to catch us at JordanCon for the the first Lego Talks of Time.
Yeah.
Kev, why don't you tell the folks who are catching up on this one what we do here and kind of how things will go for the next hour?
Sure. So we're going to be building something with Lego. We've got a prompt in chat if you want to vote on that between 2 options, Ouroboros or the White Tower. And what we're going to do is we're going to just build your prompt. And while we do it, we're going to just chat. We're not going to really have an agenda, no topics in mind in particular. It won't be necessarily Wheel of Time related, but it might be at any point. But we're just going to, build until we reach this mental Zen state of mind where we're half thinking about what we're talking about. And that is Lego talk to a T. Like that's when the brilliance and the humor and the beautiful moments happen. So that's what we're going to be trying to get. Yeah.
You use that term loosely when I'm around.
Well, I don't know. You're showing us up right now because for those watching the show and not listening to Kevin's podcast, Thom has turned up with a 2-camera system, and both Kev and I were like, oh, damn, we should have followed that. So,
yeah, that's smart.
I'm
in the future.
I'm super fancy, super duper fancy.
So yeah, like Kev said, we've got 2 prompts we were torn between. So we asked chat to vote on it, and
pick the White Tower. Pick the White Tower.
I'm going to end it, and it is the White Tower has won.
Yay! I'm so happy.
But we're not going to restrict ourselves to just whites, mostly because none of us have enough white blocks.
No. I think I have like 20 white bricks. I'm looking at this thing. It's like a rainbow.
And the ones I do have are like teeny tiny singular bricks. In fact, a lot of my bricks, I have to shout out to Jessica Sedai. All of my bricks come from Jessica Sedai last year.
That's fun.
From the Bricks of Time thing that was trialed at WhatCon, and I brought them home. So a lot of the teeny tiny bricks is what I have. So mine's going to be very colorful and take a lot of putting together. But I am the Lego novice here. So yeah, it's a pride tower, Nils. I like that.
I mean, I'm not that Lego centric. Though I do here. Let me twist my camera a little bit. I do have. You can't really see it right now. No, you can't really see it. I'll use my other camera. I have a Super Star Destroyer behind me. You can kind of see the bottom of it right now. I have a Super Star Destroyer that I got for Christmas a couple years ago. There you go.
Nice.
I've wanted it for such a long time.
You build a lot? How often do you build with Legos?
That's a good question.
I actually, so my nephew comes over often with my brother-in-law, and he likes Legos, so that's why I have a bunch of Legos. And then I realized I was like, oh, I need some more, so I went and just like looked on Facebook Marketplace and bought a bunch. And so when he's here, I build with Legos. And then I do have a bunch of sets. Like my wife bought me the Super Star Destroyer, and my wife and my father-in-law actually pitched in for Christmas like a couple years ago and got it together. And I have a couple other sets too. I have 3 Millennium Falcons, actually.
3?
Wow.
Yeah. I have the one from The Last Jedi. So it has old Han Solo. And then I have one from like the original trilogy. So it has young Han Solo. And then I have one that they made that's like all messed up from Solo, the movie Solo. So I have even younger Han Solo.
Wow.
Many
That's-
generations.
And it was inadvertent. Yeah, it was inadvertent. My sister actually bought me one for Christmas a number of years ago, and she didn't know I had a Millennium Falcon already. So she just bought me a Millennium Falcon, and it happened to just be a different one than one of the ones I had already.
That's brilliant. Okay,
That's impressive.
chaps, do you have your Lego?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
ready.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, let me switch to my.
Kev is ready. Tom is there. We go, folks. Tom has
I
become
shrunk.
tiny, so you can see his face.
And I have this beautiful mat from Paul Bialchik.
It is very
that he
nice.
made. I got it from Jordan Con a couple years ago.
Nice.
And Tom is officially confirmed not Tweeter of Chaos through this live stream.
This
so,
is true.
you'll see
Yes,
his hands a lot.
I want to say I was talking about this on Threefold Talk earlier this week. I missed. Obviously, I saw the original post, and I think I saw like one person post like, "Oh, these are my hands," and I just thought that was part of a discussion. But apparently, there was a whole slew of people posting their hands on Twitter, trying to prove that they weren't the Tweeter of Chaos, and it was very interesting.
It was very fun. Very fun.
You'd be able to
I did
tell
not
me
look
pretty
clearly.
quickly with my tattoos, I think.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that does
That's a big giveaway.
And I posted
So-
in the internal chat too a reference image if you want to use it. It's like from the side view, or you can interpret it as you'd like as well. But if
nice.
you wanted the show version as a reference, I grabbed the one from Dragon Mount. So
Look at that.
Hey.
So
Speaking of the
it's a little
show,
bit like
we
a
actually-
Digging Ball, so.
we got word from our Amazon contact that the press junket is starting next the 28th, so 10 days.
Whoa.
okay.
I'm
I don't know what
hoping
that
we get-
means.
That's where they do they go around. They usually go to like a studio, and they'll have like a bunch of media people will come in and do interviews for them. That's when you see there's like a lot of the funny interviews with like Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland sitting next to each other on like a little stage and so on.
Right,
Yeah. So like that's a press junket where they do like 50 interviews in a day.
Right. Okay.
So I'm hoping that we got to interview Kate Fleetwood last year for that, and what's her name? Shit.
Clearly, she was memorable.
Rosamund Pike, obviously.
There's so many names in my head. She's a writer for season 2, and she directed the Origins episode.
Remy Park?
And Remy Park? Oh
That's
my
it.
god, I'm so jealous.
Yeah,
What was
she
that
was
like?
great. She was so nice, and she was having. Can we get started? By the way.
Oh,
Yes.
please do.
Yeah, I've already started. I'm building
Nice.
some kind of.
Same, yeah.
See, I have no base pieces. I have nothing. I have two. So Kev has these green sheets. We use them at JordanCon with Michael. But I have two like flat little struts. That's what I use to kind of like build a base from, and that's it. The rest of it, I don't even have. I have like maybe 2 of the same size piece of anything, and then I'm screwed. I'm on tiny bricks. And
You're going
I
hard
have
mode
these.
today.
I have these purple ones. I wish I had more of these purple ones. I like
This
this
is-
purple color.
This is going to be tough. I think I'm going to have to break this and start again, to be honest, because I can't get it wide enough. So,
But I'm hoping we get to interview somebody again this year for the press
Oh.
junket.
Well,
So
if any of
did
them
you-
like to build with Legos,
yeah.
I'll definitely. I'll send some your way. For sure.
Yeah, I would love that. Who in Wheel of Time? Here's our conversation starter piece. Aside from interviewing people, who in Wheel of Time most likes to play with Lego?
Oh, who would I like in the show? Or wait, okay, like actors or like characters from the Wheel of Time?
I say we do both. Let's do actors first. Which actor do we think most wants to play with Lego?
Oh man,
that's a tough question straight away.
I want to say Hamed Animashon, the guy that plays Loyal.
Okay,
he's probably. I think he's going to want to play with Legos.
Do we need to double our show time if he comes on and plays the Legos? Is he going to be
absolutely
like, you don't be hasty with your construction now?
Don't be hasty.
That's what I was going to say for character, but for actor, it's interesting.
Yeah, why do you say that?
I don't know. That's the vibe I got from him. I didn't get to interview him, but Kathy did. And when I edited the interview for the podcast, and he just seemed like a really like a good time. And he was like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to say like he was in touch with his inner child, but like maybe a little bit more.
That helps. Yeah.
Yeah. So like he just seemed like he would be into building stuff with Legos.
I like this. This sounds fun. Oh God, I am struggling real bad here. I can't use these pieces. I think I'm gonna have to go old school. I'm just man, I have a poor Lego collection.
I did take all the bags home with me, so I could have split them up with you a bit more.
No, you're fine. They're your Legos, mate. You don't have to
Yeah, but I bought a ton.
You're gonna pack up your toys and go home.
Yeah, he's like, we've played Rob, fuck off, so. Okay.
I haven't just built randomly with. I guess when his name is Liam, my nephew, when he comes over, we just do whatever. But it's usually sets or whatever.
I don't think I've ever done Lego sets.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've always just had Lego pieces.
I mean, when I was a kid, I did. I always think I want to build models, but then I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to paint. I don't like painting those tiny little things, which is funny because I actually enjoy painting D&D miniatures. I don't know what it is about model painting that I don't like, but I never want to do model painting. So, but Legos are basically models that you don't have to paint, so it's nice.
This is true. Okay, I think I found a way to have a base piece and stuff now. So, I think
they are stupidly expensive though. Even buying it from third party, they're still the big ones are $500.
Oh my God! Seriously?
I think my brand are called Max Bricks or something like that because I did not shell out for the name brand.
All right. So I'm starting off with I'm putting, so my base is entirely black. I'm putting it on screen now. You can see my base is entirely black. And I think that's appropriate because we'll stick the black Argent in the basement. So
that's a good call.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm totally on purpose, and not just because I have a million different color bricks. I'm doing all these different color of the rainbow for Pride Month. Totally because I planned it.
I love that,
and not because I just have random bricks.
Nels did say, the Pride Tower in chat, so that kind of
true. So, I mean. It is very phallic shaped.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it is quite dong shaped. I won't.
Yeah. I thought you meant Mike. Go for it. Sorry.
I really want to ask Rafe. I forgot to ask him when we interviewed him, but the White Tower from the show looks a lot like there's a picture when you go in Robert Jordan's house, right? When you first walk in the door, of a artist. Of a digital artist rendering of Tar-Valon and the White Tower, and it looks just like the one in the show. So I've been wondering if they use that as influence for the one in the show, and I've been wanting to ask him that, but it looks just like it. That's why when I see people saying the White Tower doesn't look anything like the one. I'm like, yeah, well, it looks like the one that's hanging in Robert Jordan's house. So how about shut up?
That's a pretty good indicator of accuracy, honestly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I agree. So, I found some bricks that have like one of those little slopes on one side. So, I'm having some fun with those.
That's a
I
good.
say I found some. I've only got one of them so far. That's okay. So,
It's a step in the right direction.
yeah, it's a start. It's a start, folks.
And I didn't get to go to Robert Jordan's house because like I'm special or anything. And so there's a website, like a fan website called Tarvalon.net. It's very similar to like Dragon Mount and
I love
some
that
of the other
website.
Tarvalon.net.
It's great.
Yeah,
site.
yeah, I use it often.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, their library actually, like they have the Tarvalon library, and they have like a lot of book synopsises and stuff like that, and character breakdowns, and it's a good wiki essentially.
Yeah,
it's really well maintained source of information for the Wheel of Time. But they've been around now for a little bit less than Dragon Mount. I think it's 23 years, or Dragon Mount this year is 25. Right. They had their 10th anniversary though. Was it 2000? Let's say 2011 or 2009. Oh, thank you, Bane and Chia.
I would say not only because you're special. That's a good. That is a good
yes.
I feel all warm and mushy inside now.
Also, I feel like we've upset the maidens here because Ben and Chia is saying false advertising. I didn't come here for Max Bricks of Time. You came here for the chat.
Actual Legos. Look, it says Lego on the. And you can't really read it. I have Legos.
I don't know if mine says Legos. Actually, now you've said that. I bet mine doesn't.
But we had the 10th anniversary for Tarvalon.net in Charleston, and Harriet was like, invited people to come over to the house, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to go and like, so his Robert Jordan's home is actually Harriet comes from like old money. Robert Jordan grew up, I think, poor, but Harriet comes from like old money, and
I have no idea.
They she like her family home is this old plantation home in the city, like like a really nice area of Charleston, and they like there's a carriage house is part of the the grounds, and they converted the carriage house into a office for him, and that was where he wrote the books. So like we got to go in there, and like that's where Maria Simmons, that's where her office is, and also Alan's office is in there. So we got to go in there, and we got to sit at the desk, where he wrote the books, which was pretty cool.
Nice. I believe, does his brother live in it now or something like that? I believe.
I think his nephew might. But no, the offices are still offices.
Yes.
Maria still works there. Maria works for Harriet now. So she still works in the same office where she worked for Robert Jordan. And she posted pictures to her social media a while back. They had redone the offices.
Yeah, I was lucky enough when I was in Charleston for OgearCon to actually go around Maria's office. And I remember saying that like Robert Jordan's office is now converted to a living space.
His office. Yeah. I think it's his nephew.
Yeah, that sounds right. I was in awe at the time going around. So
I can imagine.
I haven't been there in a few years. So I always describe where the desk was, like where he did it, as it looks like the back room to a museum, because like there's just like shelves and rows of shelves of just stuff.
Mm-hmm. Very accurate.
Like. Yeah. Like it really just looks like, if you've ever seen like Indiana Jones, there's like the scenes where he's in his college and like you see like the back room, and it's just like shelves of like antiquities and stuff like that. Mm-hmm, That's what Robert Jordan's office looked like. He just had stuff everywhere that he collected in his travels around the world. He and Harriet.
It's a good way to like just draw inspiration. You just look around the room and you're like, all right, what do I kind of want to base this next person or culture on? And then you see something from your travels. Like, all right, that's a good basis for it.
That is what he said he used to do. So there is definitely something there for that.
Yeah.
He also has a. Did you see the dragon throne when you were there?
The dragon throne. I did.
Yeah. Somebody carved a wooden, it looks like a throne. Like it's a big ass wooden chair that's all carved up to look like dragons. Like it looks exactly like the dragon throne from the book.
That's incredible. No, I did not see that. Is that whereabout is that? So we saw Maria's office and we got round the gardens, but I didn't get to go inside.
Oh, you didn't go into like the house?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it was in the library in the house when we were there. But that was a bunch of years ago. So.
Well,
that's pretty awesome.
That sounds like a very incredible chair, nonetheless. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm dismantling some of my Lego. Sorry, that's why I paused. I was like,
no.
I'm trying to collect all of like the bricks, and but it looks like I'm gonna have to start using some of these flat pieces to like make it taller. I'm going for maximalist. Like I'm trying to make it big.
Okay, I'm just trying to see
the square that you've got there. Yeah.
Yeah. I got my base. It's very colorful. Oh wait, I went too far back. Very, very. It looks like I made it out of starbursts.
Nothing wrong with that.
I respect that you haven't committed to like doing a mirrored image like I've done, because I've kind of backed myself into a corner with that.
I thought about it for a second. My OCD was like, oh, make it exactly the same. And then I was like, oh, I only have one of these purple bricks and then one of these other ones.
Yeah, so. I get a lot of that. So
for the best.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it can be done. It can be done later. So I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just making something. So Tom, how did you get into Lego?
Oh, Legos? I don't know. Like I said, I like building shit. I've always liked building stuff. Like in my before we moved to Florida, I did construction, and because I like building stuff, and I do woodworking as a hobby, and like even like in my gaming, like I like to play Minecraft and Valheim, and yeah. And I just love. Are you playing Minecraft right now?
I play it off and on. It's a one of those relationships that's never really gone away since. Like,
exactly.
2011, 2012.
You play for like a month and then like you stop and then you turn it back on again and you play for like another 2 months straight. And
pretty much, yeah.
If you want, I have a server that I play on. If you want to, maybe we can do something with that. We'll build stuff on Minecraft. We can do that too.
Yeah. That sounds like fun. Yeah. Yeah, we should do like a Minecraft level of this, shouldn't we? You'd have to teach me. I don't know how to play Minecraft. So.
Oh, it's pretty simple. It's literally 2 buttons. So
okay, that sounds.
It'd be so retro playing Minecraft on your channel in 2023. I mean, that's so retro these days.
Yeah.
I like making stuff. I don't know why. It's like you especially in Minecraft, like you build something like especially like out of redstone or something like that, which is like so in Minecraft, like you can build. It can get really crazy. Like people built computers in Minecraft, massive computers with giant screens that you can actually play Doom.
You can play Doom within Minecraft?
Within Minecraft, yeah. Oh, Minari. Minari, I think I'm saying that right in chat. We're building the White Tower.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Minari. I saw that. So yeah, we're building as Thomas said, the White Tower is the prompt that's
our
been
own
picked.
Versions of it.
Yeah, Pride Tower.
I got Pride Tower going on over here.
Yeah, I just got. We don't have a lot of white bricks even between the three of us.
I need to make a door.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I should have something. That can be the door there, actually. I feel like I'm just building the whole of the tower at this stage, but that works.
You're reconstructing the set piece by piece.
But I don't know, like there's just something about when you make something, like build something, and then like it works. Like here it is. I did it.
Yeah.
that I
You're
like.
making me sway more to Perrin as my answer for the character. I was pretty set on Loyal, but you're making me sway a little bit.
I was going to say Perrin. That's exactly what I was going to be like. Perrin for sure would be the one that did stuff with Legos in the world.
But wouldn't Perrin have to like build his own Legos first?
Yeah, he would have to smith them. He would have metal Lego bricks that he made.
Metal. That is metal Lego bricks. Wow.
That he's casted.
Could he make them? Could he make them out of Quendiar? He would have Quendiar Lego bricks.
Quendiar Lego bricks.
That would hurt to step on. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh my
God! I didn't even think about that. That would be terrible.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, imagine
you thought the worst thing in the world was just stepping on a Lego or a D4. Nope, Quendiar D4s and Legos.
Oh, that's gonna hurt, isn't it? That's gonna leave a scar.
Yeah, just a little.
So, goodbye, Beth. Thank you for joining us.
See you, Beth.
Appreciate you hanging out.
See you tonight, Beth. Beth and I are gonna play. If you guys like board games, you should look into a fan-made Wheel of Time board game. It's called The Third Age.
Oh, I've seen about that. Yeah.
A lot of people play it. Critter plays it.
James from
James is the one that made it. Yeah, Watt Up Time. Watt Up Time.
Is it Watt Up? I thought it was Wheel Up Time.
Maybe it's Wheel Up Time. Yeah, it's Wheel Up Time. Sorry.
Right. Okay.
My Lizdexia kicked in there.
No worries.
He created it all himself on Tabletop Simulator. So if you have Tabletop Simulator on Steam on your PC, you could play it. The Tabletop Simulator is not that expensive. It's only like $19 or something like that. And it's often on sale on like Humble Bundle and even just like through Steam. And then the game itself is free.
Amazing.
You just download it from the Steam Workshop for Tabletop Simulator, and then you can play the game. And it's even if you don't know the Wheel of Time, which obviously everyone here does. If you're watching this, you probably know Wheel of Time. I mean, I guess you could be a Lego fan, but
if we're drawing in Lego fans with this, I'm down. I'm okay with that.
Be surprised.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Let us say about our Lord and Savior Robert Jordan and these folks.
But
the game is a lot of fun. It's a fun board game, even just by itself. It's really well made. Like, he did a really good job on it.
Nice. I've heard lots of good feedback about it.
Yeah.
I've just never gotten around to actually.
He's also in your neck of the woods.
He is. He came to MalkiriCon last year, James, hosted the panel with Alex. Nice. The gentleman who enters the What Parody contest and creates more music channels for his song than everybody else collectively. They hosted a Wheel-Time version of a TV show here called Nevermind the Buzzcocks, and I think they called it Nevermind the Wheel, if I remember correctly. And it was a couple of tech issues, but it went really well, and people had a lot of fun with it. So it's like a music quiz show in effect.
Okay,
that's fun.
Yeah,
that sounds like fun. I'm doing a parody next year for sure. I'm already planning it. I'm very excited about it. It's a secret though for now, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it the way I want. So I don't want to say anything yet until I.
There's a couple parodies that Nils, did you? Oh, so Nils won the Nevermind the Wheel.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
oh, cool,
nice, because Nils came last year.
Cool.
Got royalty in the chat.
Yeah. So,
it's
the whole parody thing is
like a trivia thing.
It's like a bit of a trivia thing. Like they play segments of songs. Artists. What's wrong with this picture?
So how is it Wheel of Time themed?
Because it's like songs or like lyrics from from limericks and things that are mentioned. Like it'll be finish this line and it's the line from the band song or whatever, things like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or it'll be stuff about the actual tracks from the TV show. There'll be a whole range of there's different angles in how they do it. So there'll be like a picture of something being like, what song was played here? Oh, nice. I don't, Kev. How? Okay, I'm going to show mine. Mine's not very impressive right now, but I do have like an entranceway, so you can come up here into the actual tower.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So
I need stairs.
Yeah.
All right, I'm currently at this level where I've got kind of like the base of the tower area.
Oh
and
wow!
everything.
Well, you're taking tips from last time with the
I did,
sideways
yeah.
flat panel. Yeah, I see that. I see.
I paid attention to when our two guests last time had a lot of hot tips for Lego. So
They were-
Who was guest last time?
our good
It
friend
was-
Michael Livingston
Yeah,
Oh,
and his daughter.
and his daughter. Yes,
his kids are awesome. He's
Yeah.
got some cool kids.
Agreed.
He's going to be at WatCon this year with his son, and I think we might be playing Dungeons and Dragons with them.
Ooh.
I say we. I meant Beth is. I think Beth and I and the Roof Mistress and
Leia.
Leia. I don't know who the maybe. I think maybe Josh from Black Tower also.
Okay, nice,
That'll be
nice.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to be playing a Wheel of Time set Dungeons and Dragons one shot.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
yeah, that should be cool.
Yeah.
Like
The
Leia.
D&D episode of Freefall Talk is one of my favorites still to this
I was
day.
about to say that, and I still really don't know like how we were playing or what was going on. Like D&D is a whole mystery to me.
What? Really? You never played?
No, Leia got us to play for the 1-year anniversary of Threefold Talk, and people loved it. But I was just like, okay, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do next. And
It's a lot of
really-
improv.
There isn't really a supposed to do. Yeah, it's just improv and rolling dice essentially.
this
The
is
rolling
this is why
dice
I'm not
portion
an
of
actor.
it. Yeah, that's fair.
So, but
You don't like improv?
no, I'm just not good at it.
Oh, I'm sure you'd be good at it.
The less you think, the better you are at it, is really kind of how it works.
Okay,
I mean, like it's just like answering, like talking on stuff like this, like answering questions and stuff. But you just the thing that you have to keep in mind is you never say no.
Oh,
okay.
Well, you never say no to an idea. That's like so a common misconception is that yes and means that you say yes to everything, but really it means that if someone makes an offer for an idea, you say yes to that idea, and then you add something, and that's the and. So if I said, "Oh, it's nighttime," you wouldn't say, "No, it's not. It's daytime." But you could answer in character "no" to me, and that would be
Yes.
totally acceptable. But
Yeah,
it's
right,
more about when you're building a reality, you kind of all have a silent agreement to take what another person gives as an offer and then build off of that. So
Yeah.
Right.
You accept
Okay.
the premise of whatever they present, and then you go from there.
Yeah.
Right.
you can tell I've taken improv classes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've done improv. Like I never took classes, but I've done improv, and we're doing we're going to be doing improv at WhatCon.
You don't say.
Yeah, there's a panel for improv. They're doing like a what is it? It's a play on words, like whose thread is it anyway?
Oh, so like whose line is it anyway? But whose
Yeah,
thread-
yeah.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I like
And
that.
we're going to be doing different little different games that are based in they're themed for the Wheel of Time, but they're also like normal improv games.
Right.
So oh shit, what's the I forgot. They all have names. I can't remember. We were suggesting we had a chat going in Discord, and we were like throwing out suggestions, and I don't remember which ones they landed on. I was just like, I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Right.
You tell me what to do, and that's what I'll do.
That's good yes anding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, from what you've just described, that is how it works. So nice.
I'm really easy when it comes to shit like that. I'll just do it. I'll do whatever.
You heard it here first, folks. Tom is really easy.
Oh yeah. Whatever you, especially for you, Rob.
Oh,
Especially for you.
I think that you actually, you might be surprised at how good you are actually at improv, because a lot of what you guys do in your own show is improvising in character as
Exactly.
a wetlander and an Aiel. So
This is true. Yeah, I mean those ladies, they keep me on my toes sometimes. In recent episodes where they just, I don't know, like pick on me is not the right word, but it almost feels like they're picking on me. And
a little bit, yeah.
yeah. A couple of times after shows, they've gone like, Rob, I hope we weren't too much. I was like, no, you're fine. It's very
No,
funny.
you're
Yeah,
just enough.
Yeah.
It's good to set those boundaries and make sure that everyone is on the same page, even if you're not sure. But yeah.
Oh yeah, especially with improv, because you don't want to make people uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's all about having fun in the safe space, kind of like I do on Twitter. I'm basically improvising 100% of the time on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm still myself, but I'm also improvising the entire time, building moments. You know,
I mean, who are we really?
I am struggling with Lego. That's who I am right now.
oh no,
I'm having to build, I don't know, like collections of things together to make any sort of semblance of building blocks at this stage. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
I think I might have made pushed a little too far with how big I'm going to make this, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, I've been very succinct with the width and dimensions of my piece.
Giggity.
So,
I think we'll have a good variety of sizes of waygates. White towers at the end of the sequence. All those got waygates on the mind.
They come in all sizes.
They do, and all are equal. In the eyes of the white cloaks.
There you go. That's fair. The whatchamacall. So what do you think of? So I had a theory for, speaking of white cloaks, our friend Iman Valda on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not dead, right? That's
definitely. I agree.
Okay,
definitely.
That was one of my theories. So the second part of that of my theory for that was that I could totally see this. He has a secret Aes Sedai, or at least channeler, that he kind of keeps and he uses for healing.
Oh,
interesting.
So like, you know, I like, we might get a clip of him getting stabbed from his perspective, and then like cutting to like, you know, Bornhold or somebody that he, you know, trusts to have him like bring him to like his, you know, a tent that he has off somewhere and get healing.
Okay. I would. My question would be, how does he keep control of her?
Yeah, that would be. I mean, I don't want to be not gross.
What's our spoiler level?
Well, not spoiler. It would be just like, you know. I mean, white cloaks are horrible. So you could do a number of things to people's psyche and mental health with torture. So
I was thinking more maybe they're aligned behind the scenes in the same goals.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Like, you know, they also hate the Aes Sedai. Like they could easily have like a female channeler who was put out of the tower but is like good at healing, or something along the lines of that.
Perhaps it's his sister.
Ooh, that's a nice twist.
Bum, bum, bum.
I had a similar theory about him as well, that maybe he has access to Fork Root early, and that's why I made that Fork Root little parody of the commercial for Mentos.
Right.
I wondered if maybe that's how he captures them, and maybe his assistant is Rhonda Matura or whatever.
Yeah, that would be great. Great way to bring it, and also make the white cloaks really interesting. Let's be honest, they're incompetent in the books, aren't they?
Yeah.
I really do like what they did with the white cloaks in the show. Like they're making them scary. Like they're making them like actually like a force that the characters and the world in general need to worry about. Where in the books, like literally from the moment they were introduced, they were a joke.
Yeah.
Like the first time you see them on screen is when frickin' they do the bit where they roll the barrel down the street and trip them. Like literally,
that's true.
And then from the beginning, like you just hear how like basically annoying the white cloaks are.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone, even non-channelers, find them just a nuisance. So
yeah. So yeah. I like that they're like, I like having that's why I enjoyed in the books. I really enjoyed the Mashadar and like Mordeth and Pat and Fane, because it's nice having a another wild card villain, and even the Shanshan to some degree, that isn't of the shadow.
Right.
Isn't controlled by the Dark One. It's just another wrench in the works, essentially. Yeah. So in the show now, the White Cloaks are actually a force that I don't want to say be reckoned with, but something that they need to worry about.
Yes. Yeah, force to be concerned about.
Yeah. Whereas in the books, they were not even remotely concerning.
They were cannon fodder at some points, weren't they?
Pretty much. Though did you read the deleted scene? I forgot what they called it. It was in the anthology.
I feel like I've missed this.
Which one was this one?
So Brandon Sanderson, I think he released it on his website too. They put out so there was a deleted scene from the last book. So spoilers for the last book, if you don't want to hear. But obviously this is a deleted scene, so it's not that much of a spoiler. Where Perrin and Galad go into the ways together to deal with the shadow using the way gates. And they ended up deleting that out of the book and changing it. But it was a really great scene. Like, it was a lot of fun. So it's like a contingent of White Cloaks with Bornhold as well, and Galad and Perrin and the Two Rivers people going through the ways.
I haven't read this.
It's I forgot the name. Unfettered, I think, is the
Cleansing
anthology.
the Ways. Is that the one?
I don't remember.
Can this be found anywhere?
Yeah, it's there's an anthology that Brandon did called Unfettered. It's in there, and it's also in the first Jordan Kahn anthology. That was where he first published it. Was in the first Jordan Kahn anthology.
Wow.
I got some homework to do, apparently.
Yeah,
it was a really fun read. I mean, I love Perrin, so like that was just in general, like getting more Perrin, and especially like fully realized Perrin. Darkness Along the Ways of Fire. That was it. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dana Lou. I love you.
Nice.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, Perrin is also my favorite character.
I don't know. And so are you also of the opinion the slog isn't real?
I am very much of that opinion. Kev, how do you feel about that?
I am also, as an Elaine fan who enjoys all of the politicking of the succession. I am also non-believer of the slog, but that's because I enjoy those characters.
Me too.
Nice.
When anyone ever says the slog or whatever, I'm like, ugh. Like I listen, you cannot like it, but that's fine. I'm not gonna give. I give people shit in good fun.
Yeah. I had the benefit of a completed series to read through, so I never had to wait
lucky.
for books.
Lucky. I'm always jealous of you people that have read the series after it was complete.
Do you know, it's funny. When I picked up the series, like Jordan was just entering the slog. So I think
that's what I was about to ask you.
I only had to wait for like the last book of the slog, in effect.
Okay. So what's that?
It depends how you define it. Yeah, I think I had to I got up to the book I think I got up and had to wait for Crossroads, and that was it.
Yeah, that was the first book you had to wait for, was Crossroads.
Yeah.
Okay. I was actually just about to ask, when did you start reading the series, at least? I mean, I'm guessing, Kev, you were at least sometime after 2014.
It was 2015, actually, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I was somewhere around the 2000 mark. I was about 15 or so when I picked up the books. There was I feel like there was about 7 books out, so whatever that works out to be. It was a very long time ago, and I did not know that it would eventually become such a defining feature of my life. So yeah, had I known that, I might have maybe done a touch more documenting.
I got introduced to it. I want to say it was in the 90s. I don't remember exactly when. My best friend in high school, his older brother, is the one that introduced us to it, and it was because he wanted to play the tabletop game, the Wheel of Time, essentially Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
which actually, oh no, it was sitting over here. I had the books sitting next to my computer. Oh, they're right there, because I was talking about it on another show that I was doing. But I have the books right here.
That one has like the old classical
Waygate
Waygate on there, right?
Yeah. That's the cover art for the book. I hate the Ogier on this. It's so ugly. Hold on.
Does he have 4 toes? That's the big question.
No,
yeah.
He looks like I don't even know what to call that. He looks so, I don't know. I don't like it. I love the Waygate though. The Waygate looks fucking sick on the front of this.
Yeah, it's a nice Waygate. I mean, that's all right.
But the one that you guys built on the last show was
Mills makes the best Waygates.
So. The definitive Waygate. That's the definitive Waygate.
So Tom, you mentioned you do other shows.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're in Dragonmount.
Uh-huh.
How did you get onto that? And then I want to talk to you about the unveiling of a certain stuffed Tom, shall we say?
Yeah. So I've just kind of tangentially been a part of the Wheel of Time communities for a very long time. I've known Jason for a while, for 20 years, I'm going to say at this point. And Matt also, the innkeeper over at the Dusty Wheel. So when Matt was starting the Dusty Wheel, Jason was like, oh, I want to do, he wants to start getting his toes wet for Dragonmount in the area of streaming. And he asked Ebony and Kitty, who's another one of the co-hosts over there, and I to do it. And we did it. He was like, you're fun to listen to talk. I was like, oh, thanks.
It's always a nice compliment.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, well, I appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
Yay! And then that's pretty much how we got started with that for Dragonmount. The other stuff, I guess, I don't know. I met a lot of people at JordanCon, and apparently they like me, so they asked me to do stuff.
Well, you've progressed. When you say doing stuff, you've progressed fully into you're basically a semi-permanent host of The Way of the Leaf.
Yeah,
it feels like at this stage, you have your own puppets. I mean,
I do. That was a surprise for them.
Yes, that was. Talk to us about that.
There he is. You can see him right there. He's right there. He's behind me, sitting in so they asked me to guest on their show once, and I did, and we had a bunch of fun. And then they were like, "Oh, our guest for next week canceled. Do you want to come back again next week?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure." So then when I did the show the next week, I didn't tell them, but I bought a puppet in the interim. And funny story. The only bearded puppet that I could find, because I wanted the puppet to look like me. So the only bearded puppets that I could find were either a fucking $200 Viking puppet, which I was not gonna do. It was like a professional marionette puppet for I don't know. It was nice, but I was not spending that much money.
Yeah, ain't no one got money for that. Jeez.
So or a Jesus puppet.
I had a feeling. I couldn't remember if that was the case or not. And yeah.
That's amazing.
My puppet is actually Jesus. And I actually cut the back of its head off and sewed a piece of felt on, because he has hair, obviously. So I just cut the back of the head off and sewed another piece of felt that's the same color to it. And that's where my puppet came from. So then when I joined the call, before a little bit of behind the scenes stuff, we joined, basically this is like a Zoom call. And then, when I joined just before the show started, like I did with you guys, I didn't have myself on screen. I had the puppet, and they were very excited.
I bet they were.
Yeah. And particularly Dan and Ryan were impressed that I was able to stay with the puppet for the entire episode. And I will say, like, it took some getting used to. Like I'm okay with it now mostly, but it is like pretty tiring if you don't have like that first time I didn't have a really good setup for it. So I was kind of just sitting like with my hand kind of just like this, like holding my arm up. And man, I was fucking tired by the end of that.
Yeah, no, I can speak to this. As DK Moon has just put in chat, I was for a long time, I worked with Ryan and Dan to help produce their show a bit. And I too got a puppet. I did not try and find one that looked like me. I was like, I just find one that's got my persona. So I found an old man puppet. And actually, like you, he's in the background of my screen.
I've seen that puppet in pictures. I just didn't realize that was you.
Yeah, that's his name is Gray. Gray with an A. Yeah, and I would put on a voice for the whole show. And but like you say, the hand thing, you get used to like, which hand do I use? And I had to use my left because I need to do everything else production wise with my right. And
yeah. Oh man, if you're running the production side of things while also doing the puppet, that's rough.
So the idea like Ryan could then sort of like host without worrying about a lot of things.
Yeah,
it's got like pop in and out of doing production bits and throwing things up, or like send me a message, be like, "Hey Rob, let's roll on this or that sort of thing."
Yeah,
and then Dan and I would liaise about book stuff because sometimes we want like funny quotes or things to appear, and kind of went from there. It was a lot of fun. I eventually had to step away because I was only doing their show and I wasn't doing my own stuff, and I was like, I love the guys that they're
they're a ton of fun.
They're hilarious.
But basically, I just enjoyed it so much. Like I had so much fun, and they apparently enjoyed having me there. So they were like, "Do you want to just like do this like officially?" I'm like, yeah." So I stuck around.
Nice. And the first time I saw the puppets was on the Twitter Time Awards.
Oh, I think that was my first introduction to them too, of the 2022 one.
Yes. I don't remember when the first time I saw them was. My memory is freaking terrible.
No, I mean the first time I saw your puppets.
Oh, my puppet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was. Oh, yeah. I remember you were like, "You're doing the Way of the Leaf too." I'm like, yeah.
It was hilarious. You really slotted well with those guys. So I'm so glad when you did the red carpet again this year. I was so glad that you were doing that, because then I was like, "Yay, the puppet's back!"
Yeah. I've had too much fun buying clothes for that thing. I enjoy thinking of people watching me at because I go to like Goodwill. Oh, that's the Tam joke.
Oh, right? Yes. So for a short while, I made Tam joke shorts on YouTube for like a hot second, just as I was dabbling with the shorts. I'm like, I want jokes being a safe way for me to like, mess around with them. And Gray would tell me jokes. So yes,
he would tell you jokes.
Yes, he'd be like, "Hey Rob, I've got another Tam joke for you," and I'm like, "Go on, then what is it?" And he would then tell me the joke. And sometimes I would just look at him and discuss, and other times I would try and find some kind of LinkedIn reply that would be witty. It was quite entertaining. I should do more of those. They are fun. And
if you ever want another puppet to join you,
I can moonlight. We could have the puppets tell jokes to each other. And then at the end, you and I can just be like, "Oh, what have we done?
Why did we put these idiots together?"
Yeah, that would okay. Now I feel like we've opened Pandora's box here a little bit.
I am fucking twist my arm. I'm in, sir.
Right, I'm getting very limited on my block selection now.
So I'm still going.
What would you place your progress percentage at if you had to guesstimate?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, how long do I have so that I can
That's a good point. We've been going about an hour now, almost coming up on an hour. So I want to say, well, I feel like because of my limited block selection that I'm about 90% done.
Okay. Yeah. I'll try to pick up the pace a little bit.
But I mean, do what you can. Obviously, we'd love to see future progress if you continue it offline. But
totally acceptable. So yeah, I'm
gonna complete this. I'm just gonna start going a little bit faster.
I love the in chat. It's like 2 minutes top.
2 minutes? Damn it, no.
is one of those kids entertainment like time challenge shows right now. So where's my countdown? Do 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 do. You know. Yes, I was hoping someone would get it. Was countdown.
Oh yeah.
If you Kevin at least, but obviously Rob, if you want to as well. Let me. We could talk and see if you want to try messing around with some Minecraft stuff also.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Maybe
we can.
another time.
I'm down for a Minecraft version of this at some point.
The gang teaches Rob Minecraft.
Yes. That could be very entertaining.
I've been thinking about it for a little while, doing something like just like building the White Tower, like literally, because I mean that's like the most obvious thing to build.
That could be fun. We should get together and actually build the White Tower. I'm really into this now. You said that.
It's
That would be a lot of fun.
I like I said, I like building stuff on Minecraft. It's soothing.
When I do my podcast, sometimes that's the game I choose. Like I'll tell people like, listen to like instrumental music while we're chatting, or like play like a game that doesn't involve a lot of your brain. Like don't play like, I don't know, Jeopardy or something. I don't know. I don't know if people play Jeopardy, but like, play something that doesn't.
Are you 150 years old? Like what's happening?
But
Yeah.
do something
Are you?
that doesn't engage your brain.
Who is it? Are you Twatcast right now? Like that's their go-to thing, isn't it? Bless them.
Yeah. I would do that, and I would just build.
I'm doing Twatcast on Tuesday.
Oh my God! All three of them?
You're busy,
you brave man.
Oh yeah. Oh man, Jono can have me whenever he wants. The what did they say the topic is? I think they called it Twat 69.
Oh gosh.
It's supposed to be like a character that you hated in the beginning of the series and loved at the end of the series, or loved at the beginning of the series and hated by the end of the series, or something like that.
Oh right, okay. Well, that's kind of interesting, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin, do you have one of those?
I feel like I know that I talk a lot about liking Elaine now, but it wasn't my first read. I think it was after my third read that she became one of my favorite characters. I can't really think of any characters I liked and then disliked by the end, though. I mean, I'm kind of a very milquetoast on my takes. Like I pretty much like all the characters. Like I don't really have any characters that I vehemently will campaign against, regardless of their actions, because I love all the story, all the components of the story enough to where I'm like able to be like, they play their role in the story. I can even come up with justifications for Gawain if I had to. Like,
I mean, you can do it. You just have to try.
Yeah. Well, he's like my prime example of a backup for this pattern. Like if Rand had died, he could have been the hero, but he wasn't needed, so he feels underutilized because he's kind of like a square peg round hole situation.
Wow. I would not argue, but I would say that Galad would fill that role better. And then having read Michael Livingston's origins and finding out that Galad is actually a channeler, that furthers that idea of it.
I agree.
I forgot about I never thought about him being a channeler, and then like when I spoke to him about that, I was like, oh yeah, that makes fucking perfect sense. Like I never thought about it.
It was a headcanon I had before it was ever confirmed. Like it was just like, oh, that's just a fun theory I mess around with. But that was like one of those few times that like post the books have been out where I've been like, oh wow, a theory I had is actually true, which is cool.
What's another theory that you had that turned out being true?
September 1st, ring a bell?
Yeah. All right. Let's see those hands again, Tweety boy.
You can see showing a little bit too much skin right now as I get to the top of my tower.
Skin, yeah. You show all the skin you want, sir.
Right.
Trying to finish this off. Let's see how the top.
All right. I'm just gonna try and make mine look pretty now. So.
That's true. That is a good example. DK Moon is like Nynaeve is a perfect example. Like when you read it as a kid, maybe if you grew up with it, you might have hated Nynaeve at first, but as an adult or even by the end, you might have a complete 180 about her. That's a good example.
I did not like Nynaeve at first. I like show Nynaeve better than book Nynaeve, and I like Nynaeve by the end of the series, but in the beginning of the series, she's so frustrating. Like she doesn't. Just the fact that she doesn't tell the truth to her friends, often to their and her own detriment, like used to annoy the shit out of me. I remember reading it, be like, just tell them the truth.
They can't handle the truth.
That's why they're so realistic.
This is, yeah, that is very much the case. I've got to be honest, I didn't like Nynaeve when I first read the books, and I'm still, at best, I could describe myself as indifferent to Nynaeve. Sure, Nynaeve is much more engaging to me. Zoe sells it a lot better. Even Kayla's the same. Kayla hates Nynaeve as a character, but she actually, she's like, damn you, Zoe. I kind of like, I don't dislike Nynaeve in the show now. Yeah.
I think it's the fact that they aged up all the characters, not just like, like physically age them, but they also are a little bit more mature in their thought processes and the way they handle situations and stuff like that. So it took away a lot of that annoyance that I had with her, at least.
Yeah.
That where she was very, she didn't like admitting that she was wrong. And anytime that, something would come up that would be like, she was wrong in a situation, she would always change like the story so that she didn't look like she was in the wrong or bad or whatever. And sometimes that would actually be bad. Like it would hurt the situation. And that was what really annoyed me about her.
Yeah. But I mean,
she's too realistic.
All right. Here's a question, Tom. Is there a character that you dislike that most people love? Because I have one. And I don't dislike, but I think she's loved too much and unfairly. I think if you actually analyze the character, she, yeah. But I mean, Kevin, if you have one, you can answer.
Oh yeah, I have to
who's yours?
Mine? Okay, I probably. This is where Malco Talks gets cancelled, folks. Mine is Varen.
Okay.
Varen receives far more love than she deserves.
You think so? Okay.
Yes.
Why do you say that? Why do you say more love than she deserves?
Because I'm a firm believer that the ends do not justify the
means. Okay.
That's a fair point, yeah.
So
she got caught in the situation and she made a choice. All credit to that. By all means, make a choice. You get stuck somewhere. You gotta pick left or right. Like, no issue with that. But to be hero worshipped at the end, like, oh my god, you're so amazing, you're so wonderful, you're so perfect, blah blah, all those sorts of things that people say.
Those horrible things that she did.
Think of all the things she had to do. And is all the information she got actually worth all the lives she probably had to ruin to get it?
That's fair.
So I'm not saying that she's an evil person. I'm not saying she shouldn't be liked. I'm just saying, it's hero worshipped, and I think that is not. I don't agree with that.
That is entirely fair. That's an entirely fair thing. I think she would argue that she doesn't deserve the accolades.
I agree with that. Yes, definitely.
I think she would say like, no, man. She would probably say exactly what you did. Like, I had to do some terrible things to be able to stay under the radar. So absolutely not. Do not treat me like that. But I definitely can see what you're saying. I still can't decide. I'm the worst when people ask me like, what's your favorite this or what's your least favorite that? It's like, what? I don't know. It depends on the day.
Yeah, that's fair. I can be like that too. So, Kev, what about you? Do you have anyone you could name in this situation?
I lost all my 3 bricks. Where's my 3 bricks?
I have one singular 3 brick, and it's been staring at me this entire time and driving me crazy. So I have to put that away because it's just like it's bugging me.
Looks like I'm building one.
I don't get the Bella hype, guys. I don't get it. I'm trying to cancel myself.
I love Bella.
Horse, man.
Bella's great. So my co-host Kitty and her, I don't know, like I guess you could call her sister, her counterpart, Alina. They have been for years now cosplaying as Bella at JordanCon randomly. And they even had like a little band for a little while, Bella and the Dark Friends.
That's hilarious.
I don't think I saw them this year if they were there. I saw
They
obviously
were, but
Esther did one.
they did not have their Bella costumes with them this year because they came from somewhere else just before, like they were traveling before, and they didn't have the costumes with them.
Right, that's fair.
I was a big fan of the one that Esther S on Twitter pulled off with the godly print, like the Jesus outfit with the Bella mask, like just the mouth around her face. Oh, it was fantastic.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it was very clever. Okay, I am just finishing off one piece, and then I'm going to call mine done. How are we doing, gents?
I'm working on it. I'm starting to work my way inside the to make it round and like come to a point. Giggity.
Okay.
So that it'll be a tower.
I definitely lack that option here, so I'm
trying at least
what I can to make it look pretty. So
I quite liked your Waygate / Ogier Garden one spot last time, to be fair. So
oh yeah, that was I feel like I'm definitely going to be the what's the word here? What is it when you see art and it's like really just random, like splatter on a paint? Abstract. I'm definitely going to be the abstract Lego person on this show.
You're a Jackson Pollock.
Yeah, I'm the Jackson Pollock Lego. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Perfect. Perfection. I love it.
And I'm okay with that. That's fine, you know.
Yeah. You gotta own your vibe.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think I'm having some fun here when I'm building. I think it's coming together. So
I can't see it, but I think so too.
Thank you. I keep forgetting that we can see yours and we can't see mine and Kev's.
Yeah, I know. You can sometimes see like the little tip at the very top.
Oh yeah, mine's definitely not tall enough for that. So mine is.
Whoop. Oh my god, I'm gonna resist the joke. I'm gonna resist the joke.
Speaking of jokes, are either of you going to enter the Great Tam Joke Search 2023?
I am. I'm workshopping a little bit. I posted one earlier today because it's Father's Day.
Right.
I don't know if you guys saw. I'll say it now since if you guys didn't see it.
Do it.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
I was at Disney, so I did not see anything.
Oh, yes, good point. I want to open a Kyrianan Faldaran fusion restaurant and call it Days de Agomar.
Days.
Oh my god, I fucking love it. That's so bad. That's so bad.
I'm going to be workshopping them, trying to find my own. I've got to hunt for my own peak one because I have to submit the best of the best, and so far I was happy with that one.
I like it.
I could hear the audible groans from people reading it, like just on Twitter. So I was like, "That's
feel them in your soul."
Oh, that's what gives me life. That gives me energy.
Yeah. I love it. I love Kylie's comment in chat. We're obviously talking about the Bella costume before from S, and Kylie put S slayed this year, and she's supposed to slay, like yeah. That's
she slayed and she made.
Yep.
Ooh.
I approve. That's a great comment.
Try the MC Esther version. That's nice.
All right. So I am calling mine finished. No pressure. Kev?
Me too. No
too?
pressure.
All right.
I'll be there very soon. I'm just throwing pieces on now.
That's fair. I do have a drum roll when we go to reveal. So this comes with that feature. I can put this on. So yeah.
Fancy.
I'm fancy. So
I'm working. I'll get there.
And you have another new co-host on the Puppet Show, don't you? Beth is a permanent co-host.
Yes, Beth joined Tavern Talk, which is the Sunday night show. That's the Tuesday show is our first time reader, non-spoilery show, and that's with Josh, who's our first time reader. And then Tavern Talk is the one that we do on Sundays, and that one is spoilery. So Jansen is also on that often with us, and Beth recently joined and is now like she's a permanent I guess you could say co-host. Yeah.
I'd love to know what the timeline is for seeing a Beth puppet.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've been trying to talk her into it. I don't know if she's going to get one or not. I don't do the puppet on the Sunday show. I come as Flesh Thom.
Yes.
Yes.
You were there as Flesh Thom the one time I was there. Yeah.
Or I think they affectionately dubbed me Meat Thom.
Yeah.
Meat Thom, yes, I do remember hearing Meat Thom as a phrase. And Nils is right. Drum roll for 20 minutes, so no pressure. I wonder if there's like a countdown option actually.
That's a fun one.
Just really loud. Sorry.
I love that.
Your attention, please.
Wow.
That's kind of sounds like Loyal. Sounds like Michael Kramer's Loyal a little bit.
8, 7, 6,
Are you feeling
Do I
pressure?
actually have to be done at the end of that?
4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
It's an open topped tower. It's an open tower. It's a lightest tower. I made a lightest tower next to the white
It's an
tower.
open concept. Yeah.
It's the
open
one
concept,
that wasn't quite complete yet at the end of the series. Like, see,
I
look,
see that.
they're still
Yeah.
working on it.
Mhm.
I put windows. There's windows.
Oh, nice.
I love that.
Yeah, I love all the
little
different colors.
entryway with some stairs. There's stairs.
Very cool.
It's very colorful.
This is the topless tower of Tavalon. I love that.
Yes.
There we go.
Mine, I don't know if this is cheating or not, but I feel like I have combined the White Tower and the Amelin seat into. This is so it's multicolors, and there's even like there's like a indented bit here for some reason. I don't know why I've got that, but there's it's like a it's like a
I
seat,
like that.
but like you can actually see down into the tower. So
The ornamentation on the top is kind of like the Amerlin seat in the show too. I like
yeah,
that.
that's the bit, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's kind of. This is the bit where I was like, I'm trying to make it pretty. This is the bit I was making there at the top.
Yeah, I like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You Kev? How's
All
yours?
right. Let's take a quick peek. We've got
There we go. Little scaffolding.
Wow.
this bad boy.
Oh,
That is-
nice.
That's a large structure there.
Got pillars in the front there.
Mhm.
Got fence gates on the side. It's obviously
I see
completely closed off in
inspiration
the
there.
back. Yep, and then we've got a
Yeah,
nice little
Kylie.
doorway for the front, and kind of I went tried to get the ball shape with the curved pieces on the side for like the testicle
yeah.
side pieces, but the main tower is quite tall, and
Yeah,
nice
I
little
was,
balcony areas at the top.
I must have about 50 single square pieces in front of me at least. There's tiny little ones. Yeah,
So many.
maybe even more than that, to be honest. Like it's a staggering amount of those I have. I have very limited numbers. I'm going to have to actually purchase some decent blocks here because it's really very heavily limited my building abilities.
Lessons learned.
I went on like Facebook Marketplace and was just like looking through like just someone selling like assorted Lego bricks, and I found a couple of listings for it.
Nice.
Oh, cool. So yeah, we'll take a picture of each of ours, post it on social media.
I'll take
as well.
a picture right after we're done, and then I'll try to finish it and take another picture.
Perfect. I love that.
That sounds great. That's a wonderful idea. So, Kev, do you have anything else you want to ask Thom?
Let me make myself big again.
Just I guess Thom, do you feel like there was a point where you stopped thinking and you were just kind of talking?
Honestly, yeah. I wasn't like, I just kept building, and I didn't realize. That's when I asked, like, how long are we going? Because I realized I'm still just going up, and I haven't started making it into a tower yet. I definitely lost myself at some point, and that I was even building Legos and was just talking to y'all.
That's the Lego Talk the Zen state. You achieved the goal of the show, and you got into that state of mind, and A plus.
Yeah,
Indeed.
thank you.
So no, this was a lot of fun. Like, but as Kev said, the whole goal is to just, build and talk and forget what we're up to. And to be honest, I can't even remember some of the things we were talking about because I was just engrossed in actually building.
Lots of Wheel of Time stuff, obviously.
Yeah, I kept forgetting to look at the camera. I'm so used to having to look at the camera, and this is like, no, I was just building. Oh, Dana Lou, who we love you as well. So
I mean, here I can give you a good shot of my
that's a messy pile.
That's
wow.
Yeah, that's the Star Destroyer. That's my Star Wars wall. And lots of Star Wars stuff on that wall.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I've never built anything from a guide like that, especially not that big before.
I think it was 3,000 pieces, I want to say.
Just a few pieces. Wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Just a couple.
Cool. Yeah. Let me get rid of that camera now. Weep.
Well, then mission accomplished. We've Lego talked ourselves into a good time.
Yeah. The listeners are definitely. Yeah, the listeners are saying that they definitely achieve Zen states. So thank you very much for that.
I try.
Yeah. Folks,
thank you.
If you are watching this back later and you think, do you know what, I'd love to watch this and listen to this or do something, this will be available on Kevin's podcast. So we live stream this, and then Kev takes the audio and fits it into the format of his show and releases that as a podcast episode, because we understand not everyone can watch. And this is not about watching so much as about listening and getting into that Zen state of the Legos, as we say. So that will be dropped. As soon as that's dropped, we'll share that out so you can listen to it as an episode, not just because, let's be honest, the three of us looking down at our workspaces, is probably visually not very impressive.
Well, I love the top of your head. I love looking at the top of your head. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, you have lovely hair. I mean, the top of my head is just, it's not very much to look at up there.
I'll include the links to the pictures in the descriptions too. So
yes. Yeah. We'll definitely share out those pictures on our social media pages. But thank you so much for joining us, folks. Thom, thank you for building Legos with us.
Anytime. I'll do this anytime. This was fun. Now I want to invest in more Legos.
We've just built it up. This is brilliant.
We'll get that Wiggate sponsorship.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it will come at some point. So, Kev, anything to add before we wrap up?
Just have a great rest of your day. Father's Day if you're celebrating. If you're not, have a great rest of your Sunday. And I'm gonna say it out loud. I'm gonna aim to get these out the Sunday after they happen. So I'm gonna say it out loud, give myself a bit of kind of accountability on live in front of people. But yeah, so nice. Look for this next Sunday maybe.
Yeah, my cat's got me a Father's Day card.
Your cats. That is really cute. So a couple of comments in chat to wrap up. This has been really nice to hang and chat. A lot of good Wheel of Time light being shone around today. Yes, because there were multiple streams going on today, obviously. So we've mentioned a couple of them. And Dame Luhu, I listened while cleaning and doing a pile of dishes. It made that go faster. And Kylie says A+ building all round. And Nils is like, I'm going to have a good 39 minutes because that's all that's left of this Sunday. That's very cute.
I actually do have something too that might be of interest to you too, Rob. So the person who won, so I was giving away graphic novels, the new graphic novels.
Oh, yes.
For the Wheel of Time. Rob won the first one.
Yes.
Issues 1 and 2.
What, issues 1 and 2? That was it, yes.
Yeah. So the person who won issues 3 and 4 never responded to me when I messaged them. I gave them I've given them 3 weeks now to respond.
Oh, wow.
And they haven't responded. So we're going to do a new drawing on Monday.
Nice.
For maybe I'll give it a little longer. I don't know. So
tomorrow?
Just watch the drag. Yeah, because Monday's tomorrow. I want to give it a little longer so that we can give more people a chance to win. So I guess I'll announce it right now, but I'll also look for the Dragon Mount post. So the original contest was if you go and follow both Beth Doman and Dragon Mount on Twitch, I will pull your name and put it into let the wheel weave as the wheel wills and put it into a wheel, and we will randomly choose a winner. So if you would like a chance to win copies of the new Wheel of Time graphic novel, which Macmillan is putting out. Go to, can you guys type in chat? Can I type in chat?
Yes, you can type in chat.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, not from the software, but if you have the YouTube open, you can type in
Oh,
there.
I don't have the YouTube open.
Okay.
Can you guys put it?
I can, yes.
So if you go to twitch.com and you follow at Beth Doman, you follow her, and then you also follow at Dragon Mount Com, C-O-M, because actually someone else has the Dragon Mount name and they haven't been active in like 10 years. So I know. We need to petition.
You want to follow at Beth Doman
and at Dragon Mount Com, C-O-M.
At Dragon Mount Com.
You have like a week to do it. The following is free. You don't have to subscribe to our channels or anything like that. I mean, if you want to, that would be fantastic. For Dragon Mount, we just made the account like a month or 2 months ago. So we only have like 40 followers or something like that. So we need 50 at least. Yay! We need 50 at least to get affiliate. So if you could, even if you don't want the graphic novels, just go and give a follow. It's free. You don't have to pay for anything for that. But if you do want to subscribe and you like watching, we're doing Third Age tonight, actually. We're going to be playing the Wheel of Time board game Third Age. We also do a lot of, we play Fortnite, and Beth has been playing Star Wars. I played Star Wars Survivor as well. I'm going to be starting playing like games like Valheim and Minecraft, which are just like relaxing kind of building, like kind of like this, kind of like building with Legos, but in a virtual space. So yeah, you can subscribe also, which costs money. Though if you do have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription that you can donate to a creator every month.
Oh.
So, which is what you just have. Everyone has if you have Amazon Prime.
And thanks, Nils, for pointing out I put at Beth Doman and it's Doman. Sorry, my apologies.
Doman, like yes. Bile Doman.
Yes, but like
she loves Bile Doman. That's her favorite character. So yeah, tonight we're gonna play, and my wife is actually gonna join us for the game. We're gonna play the Wheel of Time tabletop game on Tabletop Simulator, the Third Age.
Amazing,
awesome,
I love that. Well, yeah, folks, go do all those things. Even if you are listening back later on the podcast, please go and check out those other things, and use your subscription if you have an Amazon Prime membership. And Kev, Thom, this has been a pleasure. I really enjoyed this.
It's been great. Have a great night.
And I will until next time, everybody, get out there, get your buildings on, and make your own White Tower or Pride Tower.
Yeah.
Or,
let's see
whatever you want to call it, and let's see them.
Post some pictures.
Yeah, post some pictures. And we will see you all next time on the Lego Talks of Time. Bye.
Bye.